Good morning. Welcome to our Monday morning meditation. So good to see everyone and have you here. And happy Yom Kippur. I do not know if I'm saying that correctly, but Yom Kippur is the end of the New Year celebration in the Jewish tradition, and it is the holiest day in the Jewish tradition. When I found out that today was Yom Kippur, I'm like, I want to look into that and see, tap into that vibe, the Jewish tradition has been around for so long that Yom Kippur has been a part of that tradition and something that has been celebrated. Maybe celebrated isn't the right word, but acknowledged and honored for as long as it has, built up an energy around it, like we feel it at our calendar New Year celebration. At the end of the year, you feel that energy. You may feel, maybe you don't, but there's an energy that leads up to the end of the year that feels like, okay, this is like, it's the end of the year. We're going into something new, and we can feel that newness. We anticipate that newness of the new year. It's like, oh, it's a new year. I can I can start over. And that is essentially what Yom Kippur is. It's a day of acknowledgement of the shifting into the new year, and it's a day of penance. It's a day of saying, okay, here are all the things that maybe I shoulda, coulda, woulda done differently, and I'm purging myself of those. I'm letting them go as I move into this new year. And I love that. And for those of you who know me, um, I participate in releasing the year every year, releasing the calendar year every year, using the 7 Steps for Successful Life Transitions by Jane Elizabeth Hart, Center for Enlightenment. And I've been doing that for decades, as well as I do it around my birthday because that's a new year. So I release myself around my birthday, moving into my new age year. And there's just a release process. Anytime we can go, okay, something's shifting, I'm going to release the old so that as this shift happens, I'm moving into what's new in a way that has more clarity. And that's what Yom Kippur is. And I was thinking about that for our meditation time today. And, every time we sit down to meditate, what are we doing? We are letting things go so that we can focus on our breath. We can focus on a mantra or our breathe. I guess I said breathing already, but if you listen to music, you can just kind of lose yourself in the music. But we are always needing to let go of the busyness in our mind when we sit down to meditate. And so it's like every moment is an opportunity to let go and be still and to be open to something new. And that is absolutely what meditation time helps us do, helps us in a lot of ways, but that's one of the things that we do every time, just as part of the structure of our meditation practice. We let go and refocus. And then when we come out of our meditation time, we have shifted. We have shifted. We're not looking at whatever was going on in our heads in the same way as when we started our meditation time. So every day is a new year. Every time we sit back and let go, we are shifting. We are shifting our perception. We're shifting our approach to that day, to that moment. So we're going to just be aware of that in our meditation time today. So I invite you to sit back and get comfortable. Take a couple of deep breaths. And in these deep breaths, we let go. We let go of the morning. We let go of whatever's coming to our day that's on our mind right now. We just let it go. And I love our Muji statement that we've used. Pure air in, everything else out. Just breathe in that. We breathe in our release. We breathe in that clarity. We breathe in newness and freshness and let everything else go. And part of a new year shift is letting go of the old. It's letting go of the old. And taking time to acknowledge, here's what went well, here's what didn't go well, here's what I wish I would have done, here's what I'm glad I did, all of it. Just letting go. And so I invite you to take a moment and just feel into your world as it is currently. Just scan it and see if there's anything that needs to be released, stepped back from, so you can see a bigger picture, find new solutions. And just let it go. Let me just take a moment to acknowledge the situations, people, instances that maybe we want to be approaching differently than we have. Just acknowledge them. No judgment, no need to jump in and try to resolve it or figure it out. We're just like, okay, these are areas that I want to see from a higher perspective. And we say thank you. Thank you for showing me that I need to step back and take a breath and be open to something new. New perspective, new solution, new release. And as we let go, we feel our own presence in this moment, that clarity within. Every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. We let go of any self-condemnation that we can so easily get into sometimes, criticizing how we've done things. Just let all that go. That's not helpful, not true. As we let that go, we can feel that self-trust, that openness to the truth of us, which is that we've certainly come through many challenges. So there's nothing that won't be resolved. There's no need to fret or carry it with us. If there's anything that is catching your mind, sometimes I like to feel that my brain is releasing a grip, like if my brain were a hand, I just visualize that hand letting go, opening up, releasing that subject matter that it's wrestling with, just letting it go, breathing that pure air in, everything else out. Pure air in, everything else out. Pure air in, everything else out. I invite you to just say those words with your breath, breathing in that pure air, letting go everything else out as you breathe out. I like to also visualize along with that as I'm breathing pure air in, so that pure air is coming in through the entire front of my body, and everything else is going out through the back and just dissipating. That mantra just gives our mind something to do so we're not engaging in thoughts. Pure air in, everything else out. Pure air in, everything else out. If your mind wanders, bring it back to that breath and that statement. Pure air in, everything else out. And a mantra like that is more than just being a statement that gives our mind something to do. It's a direction that we're giving to our mind-body system that engages our whole self, breathing that pure air in through the front of the body, everything else out through the back, dissipating behind us. And notice how, as you breathe that pure air in, it's making all things new. It's just filtering whatever it needs to filter, going into the body and out the back. It's clearing everything. Just notice any sensation of that clarity that you feel. Just aware of it, just aware of it, acknowledging it, experiencing it. And this place of clarity is so simple to come back to anytime. We just take a few moments. And if you need to have a time limit, do it for 1 minute. Pure air in, everything else out, letting go of the grip of the mind. Like resetting your inner space. To then be able to proceed with clarity, a little bit of detachment, a new perspective. It's possible to be in that space of clarity all the time. It just takes practice on our part. We take this practice into our day, into our week, making it part of our awareness every moment that we remember, and every moment that we remember and we do it, then there's more awareness around it, and we can grab onto that more often, reminding ourselves, oh yeah, I don't have to struggle with this. I can let it go and purify my insides and be able to come back to it differently. Come back to it anew. It's a new moment, just like it's a new year. And every moment we can grab onto that clarity, that newness. And what a gift to ourselves to do that. And if you can continue with this, I invite you to do so. If you need to go about your day, take this with you. Clarity, this experience of clarity that you can tap into anytime, 24/7. And we say again, happy, I don't know if happy is the right word, but good holy day on this Yom Kippur, and have a wonderful week. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.